Revolution with Jeff Lorriman, Kazzer.
We got ourselves a pickup, buddy. Long weekend, party time.
These two guys.
Nobody knows better. It's sucking than my partner, Peter.
Oh, nice.
The man who wrote the book on the 4.6 mod motor, Sean Hyland. This portion of Sports Car Revolution is brought to you by APR and Stasis Engineering, racing to make your Audi better.
Dunville Autodrome at this stage of its life makes for almost like a Walter Mitty-esque place to do this. This is an airplane hangar. This was built just before World War II. Hasn't been improved really since then. In fact, on this site was a turkey barn. But the road out there is what we care about. It makes for a great test track. Now, we've been through software, we've been through injectors. What we're going to do now is add an exhaust. Now, an exhaust is mandatory for the street guys to let everybody know they're serious. Normally, it looks like a juice can with a chrome tip on it. This is a highly engineered exhaust. APR says that we're going to make 12 horsepower with it. Let's just see how that works out.
All APR exhaust systems are designed around a couple things. We're looking for the function of power, and we're looking for reliability. All the systems are T304 stainless steel. We use manual bending on every one of them. We also use CNC hangers, so the exhaust does not wiggle or move once it's installed in the car. It comes with a lifetime warranty, so if it ever has a defect or rust or anything like that, we will replace it, or if there's a problem. And the horsepower gains are obviously there. One thing to remember, all turbo cars respond much better to exhaust systems than normally aspirated cars. So 12, 15 horsepower, or more on some cars is not unheard of.
For this system, like all the other systems, we're going to quantify it by use of Stack and Colin Harmer. Now, when we see Colin Harmer at the racetrack, he's normally running between 18, 20 teams. He's not a guy who can stand around and talk much. We have his undivided attention for a week, and finally, we're going to get inside his head and find out what all the doodads and all that data on his screen actually do.
Well, you know, when we're working with pro racing, it's not uncommon to be logging 10, 20, 30 channels of information at a time. But really what it boils down to is 4 fundamental things will give us as much information as we can possibly use here. That's engine speed, vehicle speed, lateral G, and longitudinal G. Those 4 components, when we look at them all, will give us a really clear indication of what these changes that we're making to the car are and how they behave. So by laying over different parts of that information on the track, we can see how the car accelerates, decelerates, see how it turns in, see what the exit speed's like. And like all things with racing and data, the data's not everything. What we have to do is go back and talk to the driver, have a look at the information we've gathered, and make sure that what we're seeing is what's actually going on. One of the biggest changes that you can make in the way the car behaves is actually with the driver, and data is absolutely the best tool for analyzing that. And it's amazing now with the cost and improvements of both the computer you have at home or in your laptop and what you can put in the car, you can find time a lot quicker with data systems sometimes than with adding extra componentry to the vehicle.
So again, back out to the track in the A4. The same mods as before, the increased fuel injector and the computer program change. Strong at the bottom end, stronger at the top end. Now there's an APR exhaust on, which they tell me is going to improve it again. Let's see. Well, definitely a throatier sound. It's about another $1,000 or about $1,900 or so into this project. And everything we've done has actually worked. It's made the car extremely enjoyable. These modifications alone make the car worth the money. Beautiful stainless exhaust, uses the original factory hardware, all CNC machined the mounting bracket so that it fits exactly. It is adjustable so that it fits into the stock location. No rubbing, no banging, perfect fit. Time to head back in with the car now so they can continue the upgrades. Let's see what they've got next.
You know, I've been so critical over the years of the juice can muffler syndrome. I just don't see any point of having something huge and hanging down just to let everybody know that you've got a performance exhaust. The tuner boys seem to want you to be able to see that. This understated system, as it presents itself at the back of the car, looks rather adult. And the sound, well, you can hear it for yourself, doesn't change all that much at all in the cockpit. It does sound a little throatier, a little boomier outside the car, and that's a function of lack of restriction. You can definitely tell this is a turbo car when it drives by. With software, with injectors, and now with exhaust, we've got ourselves an A4 that makes all kinds of power. But the professional drivers agree, even some of the journalists that we've had drive this car agree, that now we're starting to see the weak link. Now we're starting to need brakes more. We're going to need to flatten out this car if we're going to improve its potential. From this point on, we're going to start exploring that. Stay with us on the A4 project on Sports Car Revolution.